fellow pilots, and welcome to this edition of the LSU Shreveport Student News. I'm Ian Andrew.
And I'm Stephanie Lepretre. For our top story this week, we asked the SGA candidates about their stance on the potential merger between LSU Shreveport and Louisiana Tech. Rani Graff brings us the story.
Are you aware of the positives and negatives of the potential merger of LSUS and LA Tech? This past Monday, the SGA held a meeting discussing the pros and cons of the merger idea. Attending the meeting were Professor Wayne Hogue and Professor Mary Jarzabak. Mr. Hogue began the meeting with his argument for the merger. Afterwards, Ms. Jarzabak gave her argument against the merger. We spoke to several SGA candidates to see what their opinions were on the potential merger.
I love LSUS. I do not want a merger take whatsoever. I don't want to lose our baseball team, our basketball team, our soccer teams, our tennis team, our identity. Any programs we have, I don't want to lose it all. I love our identity here.
I want it to happen if it will grow LSUS, but then on the other hand, me being a senior and graduating next year, I'm not sure if the merger will make some programs different to where it will prolong my graduation date.
I would like to grow LSUS from the inside out. Basic business scheme, you know, we grow ourselves, we have more things to market on. We have one of the best science departments. We have one of the best business departments in Louisiana.
I feel like there's a lot of things going on under the radar, and that we're gonna wake up one morning and all the decisions are gonna be made, and the students are not gonna have time for them to voice their opinion because it's gonna be too late.
I personally want to keep LSUS as an individual institution. I don't want us to be LA Tech, Shreveport, or anything else that they're coming out with.
At the current moment, the future of LSUS is still undetermined. Reporting for LSU Shreveport Student News, I am Rani Graff.
Thanks, Rani. The SGA race is heating up, and we're here to bring you information about the election. Zack Roberson introduces us to the candidates for the SGA Vice President.
The position of SGA President and Vice President rests in your hands. Your SGA Vice Presidential nominees are Ambrose Campbell, Matt Kay, and Cody King.
We have to grow, guys.
If elected, I want to change the image of LSUS into being that of, an exciting campus with a great education and meaningful events.
We have to go get people. LSUS is the best kept secret in Louisiana. People need to know about it. I want this school to be here 10 years from now. I don't want to talk to my kids, oh yeah, I want to. Doesn't exist anymore.
I plan on addressing this merger. I feel like that would be foolish to not address that. I want this university and the Board of Regents to give us all the information, not just speculations on what's going on.
If elected, how would you approach the issue concerning the future of LSUS, specifically in regards to the recent LSUS-Tech merger proposal?
The option that I support in the end will be the option that I believe is best for LSUS.
This is a merger, this is business, so it's just a matter of basically getting compromising, getting what they want and what you want.
How do we approach the LSU-Tech merger? We grow ourselves. We say, you know what, let's stand apart ourselves. Baton Rouge, nice knowing you. Tech, nice try. Let's grow this school from within. We have to come together. Thank you.
Now that we've introduced you to the SGA VP candidates, let's take a look at the students running for president of the SGA.
Your SGA presidential nominees are Casey Lynn Thomas and Cecilia Virgo.
These are my postcards. I want to address a handful of issues here on campus, from increasing student parking to improving the campus library hours, all the way to making our campus a little more handicap accessible.
We have to grow as a campus, we know that, and we have to do that by appealing to more people.
If elected to be SGA president, my focus is on you, the students. It's on our campus.
Anything that you want to care about, I want to care about too, because I want to represent you.
What about the future of LSUS?
So I will address the future of LSUS by going out into the community, telling people how wonderful LSUS is. I hope you all come with me. I hope when people say, you got to LSUS, you say yes, and I love it.
Honestly, yes, we need to go out. We do need to recruit people, get more enrollment. But before we do that, we have to work here. This was my first choice, and I'm happy to be here, and I'm ready to help work within it and reach out following that.
The polls will open next Monday at 8 a.m. until 12 p.m. Friday on Moodle. For LSU Shreveport Student News, I'm Zack Roberson.
Thanks, Zack. Students, be sure to let your voice be heard and cast your SGA votes on Moodle this week.
So what issues do you want the SGA candidates to address? Here's Stephanie with this week's Pilot Points.
What I look for is leadership, integrity, honesty, and progression.
I'm kind of hoping that some good comes out of the elections. I don't want to see some campaign being run for somebody who's not going to do anything. I want them to actually participate and, you know, do what they want to say with their platforms.
Number one is dedication, not just selling for a vote, actually meaning what you say, being honorable and trustworthy.
Well, a person who gets the job done, a person who's honest, who'll work with the students.
I mean, obviously the merger is what's on everybody's mind, it's what everyone's talking about, and it's obviously going to have a big impact on how it affects LSUS in the future. And so I think that, you know, how that's handled and how, you know, they can try to get students involved in taking a stand on one way or the other is something that would be really important for a president.
We can increase attendance at the meetings, like Tech is coming downtown to speak, so we can encourage students to get down there. Also, just get general polls of the school. We've started doing that with SGA before, but just get it off of just Moodle because only about 50% of the students know about it.
I think it would be also just some good things to try and get more student involvement in like programs and like clubs and activities at the school. That would be great.
Thanks, Stephanie. Students, remember to log on to Moodle this week to cast your vote for the SGA representative you feel would best represent the needs of this university.
Students, you may know someone who has been diagnosed with Attention Deficit Hyperactive Disorder, or ADHD. This disorder is often treated with the prescription drugs Adderall and Vyvanse. Logan McCrary brings us a look at how college students may be abusing these drugs.
The drugs Adderall and its pure form Vyvanse are medications prescribed to treat the common disorder ADHD. There are several students on the LSU Shreveport campus who have ADHD that treat their condition with this medication. Centenary College graduate Daniel Martin is currently pursuing his master's degree in nutrition, who tells us a little more about these drugs.
Adderall is amphetamine, pure and simple. Dextroamphetamine, which is the amphetamine molecule attached to a dextrose molecule. They very brilliantly attached a lysine amino acid to it to give us Vyvanse. Amphetamines are very powerful compounds, Schedule II, according to the federal government, which means it can send people to jail, and yet we're handing them out to children by the hundreds.
But if amphetamines are so dangerous that the federal government lists them as a Schedule II controlled substance, why would anyone want to risk abusing Adderall or Vyvanse?
They would want to buy it usually for the rush and the energy that it would give them, whether it was just to enjoy that high or to help with work or studying.
Many students want it because it helps them achieve their goal and makes them feel like they can do anything and they can get anything done.
Drugs like Adderall and Vyvanse increase the rate in which your body burns energy. So this helps fight fatigue and stay more energized, but it also reduces your appetite. Now with a reduced appetite, you get less nutrition. Now with your body burning more energy and you getting less nutrition, this results in weight loss. So to some unknowing college students, this drug is appears to be a miracle pill that will help you study hard and stay thin.
I was struggling to make a deadline for a paper, and my friend offered me this magic little pill that kind of helped and made it easier to study.
Prescriptions for Adderall and Vyvanse are not hard to come by, and you don't even need to be diagnosed with ADHD to get one.
You're currently prescribed Adderall?
Yes.
Have you ever been diagnosed with ADHD?
No.
I know a lot of people that have gotten prescriptions simply so they can sell them. I know people that get prescriptions just so they can abuse it.
This also opens up a big market for these drugs, both for people trying to lose weight and people trying to get through finals. And it opens up the ability for people to get prescriptions and sell them, or sell their own medicine and not take it.
It happens a lot more often than you think.
The Food and Drug Administration says that drugs such as Vyvanse and Adderall can be abused and lead to dependency. Now, these types of stimulants have been known to cause sudden death and very serious heart problems. So if you or anyone you know is abusing prescription medication, you should seek professional or medical help as soon as possible. For LSU Shreveport Student News, I'm Logan McCrary.
Thanks, Logan. The Black Tire Knot Ball was held this past weekend to raise money for charity. Here's Tiffany Sandifer with the story.
This past weekend, the LSU-Shreveport Rotaract Club, Accounting Club, and LEAD program worked together to host the 5th annual Black Tie or Not Benefit Ball. Each year, this event is held to raise money for the Shreveport-Bossier Rescue Mission and has raised over $40,000 in the last 4 years. This year's ball was hosted at the Samstown Casino in downtown Shreveport. The event was open to the public and was enjoyed by over 350 guests. Some of the highlights of the ball included a silent auction with big-ticket items, a dollar raffle, skits performed by the LSUS Rotaract Club, the Cattywampus raffle, and more. Attendees enjoyed a gourmet meal and live music from the Bipsy Jazz Band. The dance floor opened later in the evening with the musical stylings from Benny and the Vindicators. The most exciting moment of the evening came down to the crowning of the Belle and Bubba of the ball. The honors were given to Colonel Tim Fay, commander of the 2nd Bomb Wing at Barksdale Air Force Base, and LSUS student Michelle Allen. The real winner of the night, of course, was the Shreveport-Bossier Rescue Mission. We spoke to their executive director, Reverend Martin, about what the donation means to the organization.
Job, $10,000 going to the Shreveport-Bossier Rescue Mission makes a big difference for many people that are living on the streets because they have a safe place that they can come to. It's an awesome thing. I would challenge the rest of the universities to go and do what you guys are doing as well.
For LSU Shreveport Student News, I'm Tiffany Sandifer.
Well, pilots, that about wraps it up for this week.
We look forward to hearing your comments and ideas for future news stories. Be sure to visit our Facebook and Twitter to stay updated on issues that matter to you.
Have a great weekend. We'll see you next time.